Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be the weirdest reading ever because I started this reading indoors and the energy of my household completely destroyed the reading. I was so excited to do it. I had to wait longer than I wanted to do it. I'm annoyed, I'm frustrated, but for some reason I feel like I have to do this reading right now. We are in a lunar eclipse with the moon and Venus, and both planets are in Leo. It is Gemini season, so you may be coming to this reading with prominent Leo or Gemini placements, or the month of June may be significant. At the time of this recording, it is June 17th, and I just feel like I have to do this. So I'm not prepared to be on camera, so I had already pulled 4 oracle cards. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Step out of your comfort zone, North Node. Okay. Confidence is your key to success, new moon in Leo, which I thought was so significant, right? Because the North Node is our placement in astrology that has to do with our destiny path. Our South Node is kind of what we already come into this life having mastered and having lived. And I mentioned that right now we are under, and it's happening, the energy of the eclipse is happening actually right now. Okay, with new moon in Leo in a lunar eclipse. And this is about a new beginning, starting a new way of approaching love and relationships in a way that is confident but not performative, and also in a way that is elevated and that is futuristic, because North Node is about destiny path, but we are in Pluto and Aquarius energy. So this is speaking to a kind of love that is evolved, okay? And this is also about a new kind of love that doesn't involve performance. This is the light side of Leo, okay? So we're looking away from the shadow of Leo that feels performative in love. And performative can be kind of a blanket word, but sometimes it can be material, sometimes it can be circumstantial, and other times it's personality, or it's just the way you like to do things. Maybe you like grand gestures, maybe you like big expressions, or whatever the case may be is. And I think wherever that energy is coming from in this time period, there is this push, this pull, if you're coming to this reading, that there is a way for you to do that and to show up and to show your heart, right? Because we're talking about Venus energy, how we love, moon energy, our emotions, how we process, to show your heart in a way that is extremely authentic to you, okay? We also got full moon in Taurus, which I also thought was significant because Taurus is one of the signs that rules Venus along with Libra. Taurus energy is about abundance and prosperity. It can sometimes be about material, right? Your dreams need a practical plan. So there may be, this energy of love in your life that you want to see practically in your life, literally in your life, day to day in your life. You want it to show up, you want it to call, you want it to, you know what I mean? Taurus likes predictability, right? As a Taurus sun. So there is this energy to release an element of control, because, the shadow of Taurus can be a little controlling, and it can also be a bit possessive, right? So there's this energy where, in order for there to be a practical element with this love moving forward, you may have to concede or release on certain elements of control, certain elements of possession, okay, in order for you to move towards the love that you want and seeing it in your life every single day. I also mentioned that there is a significance with the number 4, with these 4 oracle cards, coming out in this reading. It definitely, there's definitely has to do with foundations around love, security around love, and needing to create newness with that, okay? And then we also have your commitment is being tested. Wow. First quarter, we have a lot of purple in this reading, so this is definitely a crown chakra expansion. You may be seeing 1111 and its heart and its solar plexus, right? Because this is all about confidence, and there is this energy of a lack of confidence, right? And we have been wanting to overcome whatever this energy is, but this lack of confidence that we feel has tested our commitment to actually move forward with that, okay? And then at the bottom of the deck, we have you and your loved ones are safe in the reverse position, new moon in Cancer, okay? And I believe Cancer rules the moon. Okay, so heavy Cancer, Taurus placements in this reading, but this is in the reverse position, okay? You and your loved ones are safe, new moon in Cancer in the reverse, okay? So this is about fear, ultimately, right? You know, the Cancer energy can be a little afraid in the zodiac, right? But that would make sense, right? You're the first energy of water, right? And that initial initiation, that initial wave, if you will, can be startling if you could understand that from an energetic standpoint. So there's this change. There's change coming for you that makes you feel very afraid deeply and you feel unsafe. Taurus is also an energy that loves safety, and that's why your commitment is being tested, because you crave safety, but you also crave this elevated love, okay, with North Node. Step out of your comfort zone, right? Like, and so in order for you to get this love that you're craving, you have to embrace the fears at the same time. I think that the element of Leo that is coming in, confidence is your key to success, is I think what's causing your block is that you feel like, okay, once I feel confident, I will move toward this elevated form of love. But I don't think that confidence happens that way, right? And so with new moon in Cancer in the reverse, it's like you're waiting for your confidence to start with new beginnings, but you kind of have to take a leap and allow your confidence to, and allow your emotions to follow up, okay? But you still have to do that in an authentic manner, right? And not in a performative manner. That is why your commitment is being tested, because the shadow of Cancer, right? Emotions can be emotionally manipulative, right? So let's say you lack confidence, but you have this love that you want to express, and so you start projecting a certain way or showing up a certain way that is ultimately inauthentic, okay? So I'm going to clarify these energies. I'm going to clarify all 4 of these cards, and then we'll see what's on the bottom of the deck of our clarification deck to see what else we may need to know. And I am going to use the Soul Symphony deck to clarify. I knew the best thing for me would be to come to my happy place, which is a park, okay? Oh, okay, so the first card out to clarify North Node is decisions. Okay, so there is a struggle around just making general decisions that are inclusive of our heart space and inclusive of how we feel, right? Moon and Venus. But this is something this is what I'm saying. This is why there's this energy of like push through. Like there is a lot of being in spirituality. There's a lot of allowing. And then there are moments where you have to release, and sometimes a release requires a push through because our attachments and our fears, you know, hinder us from taking these leaps, okay? And so there is this energy of we're procrastinating on what we know we ultimately want in our heart, what we know, the love that we know that we want. And the decision is really ours. There's nothing to wait for. You know, you either are going to make the decision or you're going to continue to hold back. But this is coming over North Node, right? So this is holding back on destiny. This isn't holding back on something that could be karmic. It's holding back on, you know, your highest path. So that just feels like FYI, right? Okay, so let's clarify. Confidence is your key to success. Justice. Okay, then the Justice card in tarot is the Libra card. So now we have the other ruling sign of Venus. Okay, so what's interesting is this is also about completion. Okay, this is about spiritual completion. This is about an individual who is ready to take the sequential next step. Okay, you may be seeing 1, 2, 3, you may be seeing tens, because with justice, this is a matter of creating balance in a connection. So this may be with someone from your past, or this may be internally, emotionally creating balance in your life with your emotions and your actions, or with your emotions and your attachments, or with, you know, how you love and how you show up. All of those things, all of these themes, right? This is your spiritual awakening in that capacity, that the way that you love, the way that you show up in love, the way that you process emotions in a relationship, if you are actually listening to your emotional body, which is connected to your intuition, okay? Whether or not you're ready for that abundance to come toward you, right? You really need to sit with that, because sit with it and then act confidently in that. Because if you know that this next step that you're taking is the right step, is just, that has to be the confidence that holds you. You can't wait for your emotional body to, you know, give you something that your energetic body is giving you on their behalf, because your emotional body needs the strengthening, right? And in order for it to have that strengthening, you need to take certain emotional risks, and you need to be able to hold yourself through that process. Okay, let's clarify. Your dreams need a practical plan. Oh, wow. So we got like a little mini stack with this. Wow. 12-12. You may be seeing 12-12. Okay, we have closed off in the reverse, around winter in the reverse, fire signs in the reverse, triggers in the reverse, and fired up right. Okay, you may have been pissed off. Like, before you came to this reading, you may be kind of mad today. 1, 2, 3, 4. You may be seeing 1, 2, 3, 4. You may have been kind of mad today. Yeah, like, with fire signs in the reverse position. So again, we have that Leo energy. This is about having remained emotionally closed off, okay? And for a time period, it was allowing us to release certain elements around love and relationships that weren't serving us. But then we just didn't move out of that hermit state, okay? Virgo energy, okay? We didn't move out of that hermit state, and we allowed the fire of this passion, this love, to go in and out and in and out. And what it feels like is the triggers have imploded, and this is coming with your dreams need a practical plan. So the energy feels like the frustration comes from not actually taking practical moves toward the love and the emotional fulfillment that you are looking for. This is about fulfillment, truly, emotionally. And fulfillment doesn't just happen to you, okay? You are equally as involved in that process. And your spiritual team needs you to step up, okay? Just straight up. They're like closed off in reverse. Stop being closed off. Stop being a hermit. Stop allowing your fire to go out, and stop allowing the triggers to just sit in your system and embrace change. Okay, and then the last card we have is your commitment is being tested. Okay, that fell kind of far. Give me a second. It was just the one card. Okay. Trash. Okay. Trash comes up a lot with this energy I've been tapping into. Wow. We have to release the karmic baggage. Okay, I'm seeing 144 on the timer. Gotta release the karma. Gotta release the past. this is coming with commitment is being tested, because a lot of the times you use the past, you use things that are already, you use spilled milk. Okay, this is my spilled milk card. Things that have happened, we can't do nothing about it. All we can do is clean it up. That's all we can do is clean it up. So if you're really committed to this love, this emotional fulfillment, then you will clean up what you need to clean up, and you will release what you need to release in order to achieve that. Clean it up. And Jan Levon's on, clean it up. Okay, and then on the bottom of the deck we have family, and this clarifies, oh my gosh, this is so synchronistic. Okay, this clarifies you and your loved ones are safe in the reverse position. And on the bottom of the deck we got family. Wow. Okay, so one of the reasons why there's a lot of emotional trepidation is because you are a generational curse breaker. So you're doing things that your family may not support. And you're doing things that your family may not support. And you're also reflecting on the love that you've seen, okay, over generations. And this is so different from that. What you're moving towards is so different. And your trepidation to not take this new step stems from, a generational wounding, likely on the mother's side with the Cancer energy, but could also be on the father's side. Fathers could have prominent Cancer placements or whatever the case may be is. But this is about healing the pathology of love in a family line, and of like emotional processing within a family line, where like if it was something that was done in the past, we were never questioning it, we were never bucking against that, we were just going along with it. And that is the energy that you are being challenged with right now. And when it comes to the element of safety and family, right, there is also this energy of like, if I take these new steps in love, will the people that I care about, will I lose the people that I care about, right? And with family upright, there is this energy of understanding the difference between spiritual family and earthly family. So this is what they're showing me is like, let's say you want to take this leap in your relationships, but you have like a sibling who just doesn't like your partner, or whatever the case may be is, or like this is like a passion, something that you love doing, and you don't know if your pursuit of that passion will jeopardize stability in your family. That's what they're showing me. And it's like, okay, so what they're saying is the stability that you're sensing is not, the instability that you're worried about, that you're sensing, is not like it's not impractical, right? It's part of the practical plan. It's part of the reason why your commitment is being tested, right? There's always going to be reasons to not do the thing. And there'll be good ass reasons to not do the thing, right? Right? Okay, but your spiritual team is telling you that temporary instability is not permanent loss, right? And we might be conflating temporary with permanence, and that your loved ones, with your intent spiritually, emotionally, those that you deeply care about, those that, dependents, people who rely on you, like that, you have to trust in your intuition to be able to respond to that, and also pursue things emotionally that fulfill you. Okay, so to close out this reading, I'm going to pull one more clarifier from the empathic deck. I really hope this reading resonates with somebody or reaches somebody, especially with the urgency that I felt in doing it. Oh, and I hope that it sounds good. Okay. Balance in the reverse position. Then we have 44. I did mention at the beginning of this reading that I felt 4 was very significant. Okay, so this is about balancing the energy of practical life and manifestation of future destiny. Like, You are living soul source spirit. Like you actually got this. You can do this. You were built for this. You were brought here for this. You are approaching a completion in your path, okay? And it's time for you to find balance by taking action, because the hermit energy around love and emotions, we've outgrown that, okay? So I hope you got something from this reading. Thank you, and I will see you in the next one. And let me know if you like this random format. If not, I will see you back at my desk in the next reading.